Let's talk about non-price determinants of demand. Price is not the only economic variable that affects demand. Demand is also affected by a number of other non-price factors, often called underlying determinants. The following are non-price determinants. 1. Consumer income. When considering the impact of income on demand, economists differentiate normal and inferior goods. Generally, for normal goods, the higher the income of a consumer, the greater the quantity demanded. The symbol Y is used for income. However, with inferior goods, an increase in income will lead to a reduction in demand. For example, individuals on very low incomes are less likely to demand new motor cars, and more likely to take the bus. However, if they obtain higher income, demand for public transport may fall, while the demand for private transport is likely to rise. In this case, private transport is a normal good and public transport an inferior one. 2. Consumer tastes, preferences and fashions. Tastes can change over time, as can preferences and fashions, and demand can increase or decrease to reflect these changes. For example, cigarette smoking is much less fashionable than it used to be. Some products, like alcohol, gambling, and cigarettes, are addictive. The stronger the addiction, the greater the demand. Addiction to a product may interfere with rational decision-making as individuals forego their own self-interest. 3. The price of substitute products. Changes in the price of substitutes can greatly affect demand. An increase in the price of a close substitute will result in an increase in the demand for a product, as consumers switch from the substitute. For example, an increase in the price of one brand of petrol is likely to result in an increase in demand for a substitute brand. 4. The price of complementary products. Many products have complements, which are either bought at the same time as the product, or are needed to make the product work. For example, batteries are a complement to many portable electronic products. As the price of complements rise, the demand for a product is likely to fall. A situation where complementary products are bought at the same time it is referred to as joint demand. 5. Natural factors. The impact of good or bad weather and other natural factors can have a considerable impact on demand. Certain products are highly dependent on weather or natural conditions, such as the demand for ice cream, raincoats, and holidays. 6. Expectations. Consumer expectations can influence the demand for many items. This is especially true with expensive and luxury items, including the demand for housing, for motor cars, and expensive consumer electronics products.